Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, in meteorology, when we talk about the size of weather systems, we talk about their scale. Now, this particular weather situation is what we call mesoscale. Right. Fancy words, but it just means that there are very small embedded weather features within the system itself that, to track them is just, it makes a huge difference as far as whether or not this little small features over your town or the next town over. So quite simply, this is the kind of situation where places like Narragansett could get 6 inches of snow, or it's just a short 20-minute drive to the north. That town may have only an inch or two of snow. So that's the buzzword, mesoscale. Let me show you this and what I mean on live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. This whole mesoscale kick here. All right, this is Weather 101. And you can see on the Doppler radar, the blue is all snow. You see these little narrow bands of blue right in here? These are these little small scale weather features embedded in this larger storm system. And this is rather tiny, but it's in a little intense band of snow. There's one, there's two. There are a few more offshore. So where they set up determines which communities get X amount of snow and the other communities don't get as much. This is the kind of situation based on what I've been tracking and analyzing here in the Weather Center. The southern suburbs will get the most. The further north you go, not as much snow. The bands of heavier snow have been along the south shore and just offshore. These have been tracking off to the east and northeast. The other thing I've noticed is that the back edge of the snow has been what we call back building. In other words, it's been expanding to the west, so it's been growing in size. In other words, northern suburbs where the snow had shut off for a little while, it's starting to pick up a little bit once again. So we may see some slight additional accumulations to the north and slightly higher amounts to the south. And more than likely that's how it'll all pan out. I mean, southern suburbs have picked up already 4 inches of snow. Places like, well, where is it? Where are my numbers? Oh, here they are. Okay, good. All right, look, Narragansett, westerly. Newport coming in with 4 inches and still snowing. So if we catch 5 or 6 inches of snow, it's going to be in these areas. New Bedford 3, Warren 2, Pawtucket 2. Outside our studios here in East Providence, I measured 2 inches. This is the quad at the University of Rhode Island, where it's been snowing at a pretty good clip most of the night. There's 4 inches on the ground already, so southern suburbs will pick up the most, and the snow just starting to pick up once again here in the Providence metro area. It's a little steadier. It's all snow. This won't be any kind of a rain mixture. Look at the temperatures, 25, so staying cold really all night long. So weather headlines, snow continues throughout the overnight, most to the south, not as much to the north, and winding down early tomorrow morning. Very active weather week, another storm system coming up later in the work week along with bitter cold. So winter really makes its presence here felt this week. This was the original forecast that I had during our earlier evening newscast, and I just tweaked it a little bit. So here's the original, and then here's the updated one based on the latest radar trends. Hasn't changed that much. I've just shifted the contours a little bit further to the south. 1 to 3 in our northern suburbs, 3 to 6 in central and southern suburbs. Now again, if we pick up 5 or 6 inches of snow, it's going to be reserved for the immediate south shore, the lower Cape and Islands. So usually the further north you go, you get the most snow. It's the opposite. The further north you go, the amounts go down. The further south, near the south shore, the amounts go up. All right, by tomorrow afternoon, we are looking at the sunshine breaking out, windy, very cold. Daytime highs only in the mid-20s. And this will really be day one of multiple days of the coldest air of the season. A mix of clouds and sunshine during the afternoon hours and into the mid-20s for southeastern Massachusetts. 7-day outlook. You know what? Just bear with me for 1 second because I went by the morning commute forecast. I want to show that to you very quickly. Hold on, Tony. Get to it. And it's right in here. Yes, I wanted to show you this very quickly. Early in the morning, there's some leftover snow. Notice how it winds down by mid to late morning. Temperatures are cold, so some leftover snow showers early. Wanted to show that to you. Obviously, getting out in the morning is going to take some extra travel time, so be aware of that. It is out of here by later tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. Bitter cold and dry until our next potential snowstorm, and that comes up on Friday. Just common sense stuff. Go slow tomorrow morning.
Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 11, caught on camera, a woman accused of